Now this is more like it. You arriving exactly on time. Not early and not late. I've trained you well. I'm just teasing, my goodness. Stop it. Wondering why I called you over here. Well, didn't I mention that I was thinking about starting a book club again? Come on, you're not too busy, right? Not for little me. What do you mean I'm not the center of your universe? Well, I guess you're not the center of mine. Okay, you're right, that's totally a lie. But don't let it go to your head. Anyway, I picked up a few books for us. I mean, you still enjoy reading, right? Or at least you still enjoy making me happy. Oh my god, no. Don't even mention it again. I told you I don't want to invite any more people into the book club. This is a book club of 1 and 2. You and me. No one else. No dirty extras crowding the place. Yes, I know you make friends. You're always so cheery and so approachable and so sweet and so kind and so... It might make you blush. Good. But seriously though, I don't want to invite anyone else. Though, because I'm so tender-hearted. Stop it, I guess I am. Like I was saying, because I'm so tender-hearted, and because I care about you a great deal, I decided that maybe your extra friends, and yes, it includes my sister, get to pick some books from time to time. If you find them interesting, you can bring them to me, and we can decide whether or not we're going to read them together or not. Come on, don't you want me calling and texting you all times a day, asking, oh my gosh, did you get to this part? Oh my gosh, can you believe it? I can't believe it happened. And, how far have you read? You know, all those cute things. Wouldn't you like that? I don't blow up your phone all the time, do I? Psh, don't act like you don't enjoy it. Good. Is that a promise? Alright, pinky promise. Come on. Come on. There you go. So don't say I never did anything for you, okay? Okay, good. So if one of your friends, also my sister, decides that this book is worth your while, bring it to my attention. Okay? Okay, good. Now, I don't know if it's just me, or if it's just you, or if it's just this terrible weather. No, I love the rain. The issue is, it keeps raining, and then stopping, and then raining, and then stopping. You know what I'm saying? First of all, it's making my hair a mess. Well, I was, kind of expecting a compliment or two. Like, no, Goth Girl, your hair is not a mess. No, Goth Girl, you can rock anything, including frizzy hair. And you did none of those things. It's fine. I'll let you off with a warning. But what I was going to say is, this rain, the stopping, the starting, the stopping, the starting, the stopping, the starting, it is drying out my hands. Now let me see yours. Come here. Come on. That's what I thought. dry as well. You can't have that happen. No, your hands are very important. You do everything with elasticity, sense of aging, all of that good stuff. Also, I just like to pamper you. Also, it's nice when you're out and about and you're frustrated by something and your hand just happens to grace along where you can smell them and you're like, wow, that's delicious. I feel at ease. You don't do that? Oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing. Well, then pretend I didn't say anything, okay? No, you have to forget. Promise? Fine, well, don't tell anyone else I said that. It's so embarrassing. But if you haven't tried it, I would recommend it. You don't have to worry. I already brought the hand cream. You wait right there. And I'll be right back. Just for you. And I have a new one this time. Ta-da! I know it's not the normal lavender scented one. Hopefully you're not too disappointed. And I know it's not really like my color palette or whatever. I'm not allergic to color. I just don't think a lot of them look good on me. So, plus it's always easy when you have to like match black with black. Obviously. And hey, sometimes I step out of my comfort zone and I wear something like red or purple. Blue, ew. Who do you take me for? What can I say? I feel at home in black. Anyway, this one in particular is vanilla buttercream. So despite its nauseating color scheme, it smells just like frosting. It makes me so hungry and it is so decadent. Decadent, I'm telling you. Decadent. No, smell it. You have to. You have to. You have to. Smell it. Right. Oh my gosh. I could die in this scent. But I don't think I'd want that because then I would smell too delicious. And I would be hungry all the time. You know, I'm definitely one of those people. Hold on. Let me see your hands. Let me see. Come on. That's good. Okay, hold on. So I'm definitely one of those people who doesn't really believe in like the whole. Hold on. Okay, let me rub them in. Thank you. So like I was saying, I'm definitely one of those people who doesn't believe that cake only has to be for like special occasions. No. I believe that you should be able to eat cake whenever you want. Just like Marie Antoinette said, let them eat cake. I 100% believe that is the case. I don't know, people say that means it makes it less special, but then I think like, it's delicious, so what's the issue? You know what I'm saying? Stop it, I don't have that big of a sweet tooth. Okay, I do enjoy my sweets. Almost anything I will eat. No, I'm being serious. I don't think I'm that picky when it comes to sweets, except for if it's caramel. I cannot stand caramel. Not even close. I don't know if it's a texture thing or a taste thing, but it's not for me. But I do really like marshmallow. Delicious. And of course chocolate. Dark chocolate, white chocolate, That's so unlike me, isn't it? Somebody who likes sweets. I look like I should like bitter things, or like be one of those cool people who's all like, oh, sweets are just not for me. And I'm like, if that's your vibe, I guess that's fine, but I guess we just don't have the same taste buds. Well, I know you like sweets. At least you like hot chocolate. Hot chocolate is delicious. It is. It's really delicious. Okay. How are your hands feeling? Good. And they smell delightful, if I do say so myself. Now, are you ready for the books? So this time, these are just like my picks, but like next time, when you have the time, if you're ever feeling overwhelmed or you're feeling bad, just like text me any time of day and just be like, not this week, and I'll be like 100% totally understood. Next week then. Okay? Okay. Don't want you overworking yourself. I don't. No. Though, if you ever want to come by my job, my work, my shop, and help me with some inventory, especially the nasty stuff. Yeah, no, the really nasty stuff, like the frog legs and rat tails and stuff, like you can totally help me. I'm not sure if it's actually used for potions or just used for decor, but sometimes they just go missing. So I'm assuming people are buying them, but I don't know really what for. Again, people actually think we're like more of a joke shop, you know, X's and jinxes, but we are an actual witch shop, so I guess maybe the higher up witches or potions witches or whatever, they're buying it. I don't know, I've never run what they do. I think I would remember selling like rat tails and frog legs. That's right, the books. So, the first one I'm going to show you, I actually stole from my mom. I know, she actually has quite a big, like, book collection, and most of it's terrible. Like, I know I'm not supposed to be like, when we go to the Van Helsing Manor or whatever, that big, gloomy, old manor that nobody lives in anymore, thank goodness. Too many rooms for anyone's good. Anyway, actually, before, I know, I go off on tangents. You said you liked that about me. Have you changed your mind? Good. Anyway, before I forget, next time we visit the manor, you know, hopefully not with all the other extended family. Oh my god, please no. Remind me to show you, like, the haunted room. No, not like actual ghosts or whatever, but like things that my parents have taken from haunted locations, just to make sure that other people can't use them. Yes, kind of like the movie The Conjuring, whatever. But like, this is real, okay? Remind me to show you some of the really creepy stuff that my parents have taken from, like, jobs and gigs all across the world. Unless you're too chicken. Stop it. I think it's so cute of you to be all like, who, me? I'm so scared. Goth Girl, help me. And then I swoop in and save the day, and I'm just like, okay, I wouldn't pose, but I would feel very self-assured that I protected you. Anyway, yes, so the manor. My mom has like a room that's kind of like her office, and in the office you know, kind of suspect that there's going to be like actual things for like monster hunting there. But it turns out there's also just like a whole bunch of bookcases, and I was like, boring, yawn, like that's not gonna be like actual literature. And it turns out I was like half right. Yeah, like half right. So it turns out it's just like terrible, terrible books. Like, I wouldn't even consider it literature, but it was so funny, and I like picked one at random. Are you ready to see it? It's awful. Wait till I read you the summary. It's disgusting. I couldn't believe she owned it. I know, she's like such a badass all the time, and she's like always slaying monsters and, you know, putting herself in harm's way, and yada 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 yada. Yeah, great. But to know she reads this terrible stuff is so funny. No, wait. No, you have to believe me. You have to believe me. I promise. It's not mine. It's not mine. Let me show you. Are you ready for your first book? Yes. I told you it's absolutely terrible. It is called Dun 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 Evermore. Doesn't that just sound like, I don't know, a tiny tween novel? It sounds absolutely awful. Wait, let me wait till I read you like the whole thing. And also it's like, look how old this is. She's had this for years. And it was like with like monster manuals and stuff, so she probably didn't think like anyone would actually like read it or whatever. But like, look at the cover too. A girl holding some roses in the dark. I knew she was a big softie at heart. Couldn't be me. Stop. Are you ready to hear the summary? It's terrible. Okay. Alright, so, before you judge me, and I know you're going to judge me, I don't have my glasses, so I'm going to be squinting and trying to read like this. And no, I'm not going to wear my glasses. It's so embarrassing. You saw them one time when we stayed in the hotel. Never again. You don't have any pictures of me wearing those, right? Right. Good. I have a reputation to keep. So don't judge me. I'm going to be doing my best. But it's going to be a lot of squinting and a lot of pauses, okay? Thank you for saying it's cute. I'm doing my best. Okay. Okay, it says, after a horrible accident claims the lives of her family, 16-year-old Everbloom. Her name is Everbloom. That's a joke, right? That's a joke. This is terrible. We might have to read this just because. Like, Everbloom, are you kidding me? No, this was written by an adult. I just had to make sure. It's like, this sounds like something like a 14 or 15-year-old girl would write. Oh my god, Everbloom. Okay, so Everbloom can see people's auras, hear their thoughts, and know someone's entire life story by touching them. That sounds dreadful, by the way. Going out of her way to avoid human contact and suppress her abilities. She has been branded a freak at her new high school. Of course she has. I bet she's like one of those really pretty girls who's like, no one likes me. Oh, I'm such a freak with my cool powers and abilities. Nobody would ever like me, but it turns out like there's gonna be 17 boys who are all vying for her attention. Disgusting. Okay. But everything changes when she meets. I want you to guess what his name is. No, okay, that's close. I also thought, like, of course his name's gonna be like Damien or like Troy or something. But it's Damon. This is the best thing I've ever read. Damon. Okay. Damon is exotic, and wealthy. I'm gonna die. This is so funny. Okay, no, I'm taking this so seriously. I'm taking this so seriously. Okay. I actually started to sweat. I was laughing so hard. I'm so sorry. I'm taking this so seriously. I just need a second. Of course, he's gorgeous and exotic and wealthy. Gosh, can't believe it. Okay. I can get through this with a straight face. Alright. He's the only one who can silence the noise and the random energy in her head, wielding a magic so intense, it's as though he can peer straight into her mind and soul. As ever is drawn deeper into his enticing world of secrets and mystery, she's left with more questions than answers. Also, he's probably brooding, and it's like, I'm dangerous for you, and she's like, I don't care. Oh, I love this. This is terrible. And she has no idea just who he really is. Of course you don't. You're 16. You're 16. I always have to remind myself, no matter how old or how young you are, you can know what you like and what you don't like. So just because she is 16, I harbor no ill will towards her intentions, but like food for thought. Girly, if he's not being honest with you, probably not the best person. I'm always honest with you, aren't I? Yes, I'm very honest when I tell you I don't like things. And next time you go meet that new werewolf girl, Luna Moon, take me. Oh, stop saying no. I have to make sure she's up to snuff. Right, back to Everbloom. God. She's left with more questions than answers. The only thing she knows to be true is that she's falling deeply and helplessly in love with him. Oh. So, you get cool powers, like, and now you find a wealthy guy. Definitely make believe. And she's complaining about the fact that she has cool powers. I guess, double-edged sword. I would hate to know what everyone's always thinking, It sounds dreadful. Yeah, I don't even like knowing people are in my vicinity, like looking my way. I think it was awful if I had to also know what they were thinking. Anyway, this is high up on my list because it sounds dreadful, and I think it'd be so funny. What do you mean you don't love things that aren't terrible? Like, that's my guilty pleasure. I love it when things are so bad that they come around to being good again. Like movies, books, even video games. We're not gonna get into that. Well, I have to do something with my time if you're not around. Do you think I just sit there and wait for your call or whatever? Okay, you got me. That's kind of what I do. But, a girl can have hobbies. Anyway, this is like the best. And I have never read the synopsis of this because, again, I took this from someone, my mom specifically. And I'm genuinely so surprised by how bad it is. I can't believe I've never read this. This is terrible. And I love it. But we have other ones. I'm not going to leave you with just this, even though I really want to read this one. Like, I really do. Come on, can you imagine us laughing? Okay. Let me show you the next one. Okay, this one is actually mine. I read it when I was much younger, and I know I showed it to you once before, and I don't remember too much about it. I have the first and second, like, volumes of it. This first one's called Gone. And, like, you think, like, wow, like, so edgy. I thought that as a kid. And the second one, get a load of this, is called Hunger. I'm not sure if there's a third one. I never read it. I don't even think I finished Hunger. But I remember really enjoying this because it was kind of like dystopian, but like different than all the other dystopian novels that other kids were reading. Kind of fascinating, actually. Like the concept, I don't really remember if the writing or the storytelling was good, but it follows quite a few different characters in the book. I guess let me just read you the synopsis. I know I've thrown this one into the ring a couple of times, but we didn't pick it, so maybe we can pick it this time. What do you think? Do you remember what it's about? Of course you don't. Let me read the back, but I think this is one of the weird ones where it's like the synopsis is actually on the inside of the cover. Let me see. Which one should I read? Yeah. No, this back is going to tell you absolutely nothing about the story. That's so weird. Okay. Let's go for the inside. An excerpt. Alright, it says... Teens, middle schoolers, toddlers, but not a single adult. A young Goth Girl thought that would be the dream. No expectations from older family members or adults. Oh, it sounds like my sister's nightmare. Anyway, no adults, no teachers, no cops, no doctors, no parents, and just as suddenly, there are no phones, no internet, no television, no way to figure out what happened, and no way to get out. Dun dun dun. Hunger threatens, bullies rule, and a sinister threat lurks. Animals are mutating, and the teens themselves are changing, developing new talents, unimaginable, dangerous, deadly powers that grow stronger by the day. It's a terrifying new world. Sides are being chosen, a fight is shaping up. Townies against rich kids, bullies against the weak, powerful against the powerless, and time is running out. On your birthday, you will disappear, just like everyone else. I know it told you nothing, but basically, like these kids, and I do mean like all the kids, like from babies, toddlers, like 7-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 16-year-olds, they're all trapped in this bubble. Nobody can get in or out, and everything is mutating, and it's almost like, well, what is that one book that everyone likes to talk about that they read? It's very like Lord of the Flies-esque, but like less gross, but still really interesting, because the kids all have like varying powers, almost like X-Men, which as a young kid, I thought was so cool. I was like, I too would like to be an X-Men. I always thought I'd be like a really good rogue or kitty bride. Stop. It's not just because I thought Hugh Jackman, which looks creepily like my grandfather, but not as Wolverine. He looks totally different as Wolverine. Anyway, not that I thought he was cute or anything, and I thought it was sweet the way he took care of Rogue in the first X-Men movie. Don't even make the comparison. Don't even make it. No. Okay. Shares some resemblance, a little bit, to my grandfather. As Van Helsing. cannot as well frame completely separate. Anyway, I thought it was cool that it was kind of like monstrous in that way, where people, like kids with superpowers, basically like fighting over resources, and like some of the powers are like terrifying and disgusting, and the fact that like toddlers are walking around with like being able to blow stuff up with their mind is insane to me. And again, I thought it was interesting that it told the perspectives of a lot of different kids within different situations within this giant bubble. You know, like the bullies and like other people who have no factions and like rich kids, and it was just interesting. And like the simple fact of like the unknown was, I think, kind of chilling to me. Like, where do you go when you age up? Do you just get transported out of the bubble, or nobody knows? Anyway, I thought it was interesting. I remember one part they like fought mutated dogs or something, and I was just like, this is wild. It's been a really long time since I've read it, but I remember being really into it. I could be completely wrong, and it turns out like it's absolutely terrible, but then that's like a bonus for me. Again, nothing can be like bad. It has to be so bad and so camp that it turns around to being good again. You know what I'm saying? So I hope it's more like that. Anyway, this is a contender if you're interested in something like, I don't know, interesting but like not too scary. And again, I remember it being really interesting, and don't like get nervous by like the size of the book. The other one I think is even bigger. The print is really big. But I remember as a young girl, I thought I was so cool that I read a book that was this big. I was like, wow, look at me. So intelligent, so worldly. Reading a novel that has this many pages, even though the font is so big. Which, knowing me not wanting to wear my glasses, would probably be a bonus. Anyway, would you like to see the last one I have for you? And whatever we decide on, we'll read it together. So did you want to read them like at my house, like together, you know, at the cafe, your place? Semantics, we'll figure it out. Though I am so down to host us every single day of the week because I like spending time with you and I want to spend more time with you, and I promise I'll beat you. Again, I'm not a cook, so you should be happy with Cheez-Its and cheese and assorted nuts and fruits. I like snacks, so that's what you would get, but I promise I would order actual food if you so wish it. Yes, anything you want. It's on me. Sorry, the last one. Okay, this is gonna be kind of a long shot, but just in case you're interested. Okay, this is like really heavy. No, I'm not a weakling. Don't call me that. And it's in like this really fancy, like, box set. Like, it's like really, it's empty, and like each one of these is like a hardback. It's actually insane. And I have actually never read a like novel by H.P. Lovecraft, though I love movies and other like types of media that deal with Cthulhu, like video games, movies, TV shows, and even some like other small novels, small stories that deal with like the idea of Cthulhu and the unknown and the madness that comes with seeing something that your mind physically can't process. I think it's terrifying. I love it. I remember one of the stories I read was about the idea that cats could see like Lovecraftian horrors, and I thought that was so cat-coded. It wasn't even funny. Anyway, I bought this, so we can read it. Only if you want. Again, some of them I believe are scarier than others. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. Don't call me weak. I'm very strong. I'm very protective. I can do it. It's really sweet though that you would offer to hold them for me. Anyway, of course we can start with the, let's see, the one about Cthulhu, because they're not all about Cthulhu, which is unfortunate. But the Call of Cthulhu could be good, or the Mountains of Madness could be fun. I always think it's terrifying when people talk about the Appalachian Mountains, and how, like, the weird stuff people hear or they see, and how they have, like, special rules where it's like, if you hear this, like, just walk away from the woods, and, like, things that they as, like, a people have just grown used to that they just don't talk about. I think it's so fascinating, and I wonder if that's kind of like the vibe. The Mountains of Madness. Stories of the Dreamlands also sounds terrifying. I don't know about you, but I dream a lot. And most of them are nonsensical, but, like, are very vivid. I don't know what that says about me. Maybe I have the power to see into different dimensions. Or not. Maybe I just need to stop eating weird things before bed. It's probably it, huh? What else? The Randolph Carter Tales. That sounds weird. Macabre stories. Sorry, I don't want to harsh your delicate disposition. I know, like, that's not necessarily always your vibe, knowing your whole thing with ghosts and monsters. Probably it's too close to home, huh? What is this first one? The Dunwich Horror and Other Stories. So, maybe, if you're into something like that. No, it's okay, you can take your time. We can decide which one we're gonna read, and they're not going anywhere, so we can just go at our own pace. Yeah? Okay, good. Let me put this down because it's really heavy. It's really nice though. Okay. So, again, you don't have to make a decision right now, but maybe we can take all these books back to my place and get all comfy and make a decision there, and you can decide what you want while I'm cutting up cheese cubes and apples. Sound like a plan? Yes, my sister is gonna be there. I don't make the rules. She lives there with me, unfortunately. But it is really great for keeping away unwanted monsters and things that go bump in the night. Okay, good. So, get your stuff. I'm gonna call the driver around and load up the car. And you can start to marinate on food and what you want to read first. And yes, go ahead, go and text whoever you want and get their 2 cents in or whatever about possible future books, okay? Okay, good. Take your time. I got all the heavy lifting. You just sit there and look cute.